Hi, can we talk about communication? So, something I see a lot, especially with men, is poor communication, although this can go both ways, right? I'm just speaking to the men because you're typically my core audience, but women, this applies to us as well. So, I see like a lot of men don't really communicate properly their needs or their thoughts, and sometimes it's our fault as women because we make them feel like they don't have a safe space, so that's something we definitely have to work on. But man, you have to be able to communicate your needs and say, oh, I'm just exhausted, I'm stressed out, just need some time to myself. And sometimes we as women just need the reassurance. This has nothing to do with you. It's something about me. I still value, I want to spend some time with you, but just give me an hour or two to, do this for myself. Sometimes a lot of things I see is just in regular communication, day-to-day communication. You hear something, you get really upset because you think that she meant XYZ, but you're not clarifying or looking at intention. So just my advice today is to ask clarifying questions, especially when dating. So key when you're getting to know someone. Don't just like, oh, I'm observing this about them, or I heard them say this or that, so I'm going to make this assumption about this or that. Communicate. So I'll use a very personal example. One, this guy years ago, I was going to be a vegetarian, and so I was going into that walking journey. I am not a vegetarian at this time, but I'll probably go back into that journey quite soon. And so we were dating, or considering dating. This is someone I'd known when I was younger, and we reconnected as adults, and I'd liked him so much when I was younger. And he said to me, oh, well, I can't date you because you're going to be a vegetarian, and that's just not going to work with me. And he missed out on a really good thing, because maybe that was his boundary and his just non-negotiable, but I'm going to use it in this example. Something better to have been said is, hey, I know that you are going on this journey, but I still like steak and chicken. So if we were to end up in a relationship together, is that going to bother you if I eat those things? And also, if we were to be married or cohabitating, sorry, is it okay if, would you still cook me steak and things like that? See, those are clarifying questions. He never asked those things because it wouldn't have affected our lifestyle. I would have still cooked his meals, and I would have just had my vegetables, no judgment, and we could have coexisted. So that's anyways, I thought it was a little ignorant, but the point in that example is, do you see how easy something great could happen and you could just be missing out because you're just writing it off? Communicate, use those words, ask clarifying questions, give yourself an opportunity to dive deeper with a person, because sometimes it's just a difference in general opinions and stuff.